Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. We are here to make some beautiful jewelry out of polymer clay. And if you're a beginner, this is the class for you. We're going to walk you through everything need to know about clay, about how to use it, how to cut it, how to add texture, how to bake it, how to turn it into jewelry. Polymer clay is endlessly customizable. It's available in just about every color. And then you can create custom colors by mixing different colors together. So we are going to move these out of the way here. And I'm going to show you the clay that we're working with. Now, this clay is sold at Michael's. Everything we're using is sold at Michael's. And it's a little different than the clay that you may have seen in the past, in that it comes in either patterns or an array of colors like this, like an ombre array of colors. And so when I open that package, and just happens to be a purple package that I opened, this is what the clay looks like, a little different. And so this is what we consider to be a pre-made slab. The other cool thing, let me just grab some down here. The other cool thing about this is that it also comes in patterns, pre-made patterns, which I should have had some out. Sorry. That look a little bit like this. Normally, I've cut down this piece of clay, but it comes in pre-made patterns as well. Here's another one. Here's another piece of pre-made pattern clay. And so that is truly for the clay beginner. If you don't want to mess with making your own patterns, just know that there is pre-patterned clay out there. And so that's why this is in this slab kind of a shape. But with solid colors, and we're using all solid colors today. With solid colors, the most important thing you do, and the very first thing you do with your clay, is you condition it. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the package. And conditioning, you can see when I bend it, you see how it just like breaks apart? This is unconditioned clay. So we need to warm it up. Actually, you can see how crumbly it is. It's crumbling all over everywhere. I'm just going to work with about half of that package of clay, which is right here. And you want to keep working it until it is nice and soft. It's going to get warmed up in your hands and it'll become a lot more pliable and easy to work with. All right, so while I do this, I want to talk about what other supplies that you need. So you are going to need some basic clay tools. Show that to you here. Sold at Michael's. So these clay tools have a blade. I'll give you a closer look at that blade, a little sharp tool, and then a series of clay tools. Those are double-sided, and a roller. We're going to use a bunch of those today. All right, our clay is coming along here. It's still crispy, but we're going to keep working it. All right, so here is a look at that blade. So it comes in a case. It is very sharp. So it will come wrapped in paper. And when you unwrap it, you'll see it is a sharp blade. It's got one side that's sharp, one side that's not. I'm going to rewrap mine because I have my blade out that I always use. And in fact, this is how I store my blade. A chunk of leftover clay. And when I'm done working with it, I just stick it back in that clay. And that's how I just leave it on my desktop. I like doing that because when I set it down, I can be sure that I'm setting down the sharp edge into the clay and not the sharp edge into my finger. That always helps. So that's how I keep my blade. We also have some other assorted tools over here. These are some thickness guides to help you roll the clay out. We have some specialty things here that we're using today. These are hoop guides. Since the theme of this class is hoop earrings, these help you make a perfect circle in your clay before you bake them. We have some assorted cutters over here, all different shapes and sizes. I've got some cornstarch. Cornstarch is how we make things not stick to the clay, or clay not stick to things. So we'll be using that. You're going to need a good glue. This is a new glue that I'm trying out, but you want a flexible super glue. Gorilla Glue carries a really good one. And this is a new kind of glue that I'm trying out. Because once we bake our things, our earrings, here's an example of one of them, we need to attach that metal piece onto it. And we do that with glue. Let me give you a closer look at that metal piece. I have it here in 2 different sizes. This is about a 6 mm stud. This is about a 4 mm stud. So we're going to use both of those depending on the earring style and how much space we have at the end. All right, so you can see now my clay is still a little bit crispy, but it is much more pliable, allows me to stretch it and work with it a little bit easier. And one last thing I want to show you is this is a 6-inch white ceramic tile from the home improvement store. And it is smooth. They have a lot of different tiles there, and a lot of the tiles nowadays have a matte texture or a textured, like wavy on the top. You do not want that. Try to find a smooth one. This is less than $1. I have a whole bunch of them, and I just kind of rotate through them. I use this as my working surface and my baking sheet. If you do not have a porcelain tile to work on, just make sure you have a smooth, flat surface, because any texture on your surface is going to impart itself into the clay. And a baking sheet. We recommend parchment paper to use with your baking sheet. Okay, so this has been conditioned and it's ready to go. And so the very first earring I'm going to show you how to do is actually not much of a hoop at all. Kind of consider it a hoop, but I wanted to start off with something very, very basic, which is an earring like this that has multiple components, or actually we're going to simplify it and make it just one component, which is this bottom piece here. And this, we use several colors of clay in this one, but this is just a warm up, guys. We're getting warmed up here. And I want to show you just the basics of working with clay. All right, I'm going to bring in these. These are level guides, thickness guides. And I'm going to bring in my roller. And I can start to roll this out. The thickness guides will stop me from rolling any deeper than 3 millimeters. They do have 3 millimeters written here. Kind of hard to see on camera. But that is the thickness of them. So that makes sure that my clay is not going to be any thinner anywhere on it, any thinner than 3 millimeters. So as you roll out your clay, you want to look at it, because I can see a little air bubble in my clay right there, and actually a little one here. That can happen. That happens during the conditioning process. If I've folded it or twisted it in some way where I've trapped a little bit of air. So I'm just going to kind of pop that and start again. These are all very normal things that you're going to encounter with clay. All right. Let's roll that out again. You could take a little bit of the cornstarch, you can put it on the clay or put it on the roller, just like you would flour if you're making some baked goods. Okay, so here you would bring in a cutter. The cutters you can dip in cornstarch and cut. So I could cut straight down like you would a cookie cutter. But I'm going to show you one extra thing because this is our warm up and I want you to see all the things possible. These are texture sheets. And this is how you can add a cool texture to what you're doing. Mine have cornstarch all over them because they are well loved. But each texture sheet has two sides to it. So this one has hexagons and bees. This one has just stripes. And so you can see there's lots of different ones available. I'm going to use this one. This is the one I was practicing with earlier. It has kind of like a rainbow scallop design. I also have the world's oldest paintbrush here. And I'm going to dip that in my cornstarch. And you really want to make sure that that clay isn't going to stick. All right, so I'm going to put the side of the texture that I want down, move those out of the way. And holding it down with one hand, I'm going to try to roll with the other hand. Always holding it down because it wants to scooch around on you. And you don't want that because that'll give you like a double imprint. And at this point, you can kind of stand up, put a lot of downward pressure. And then when you lift that up, you have a beautiful texture in there. I wanted to show you how to do that. And then you can cut. So you can choose the spot where you want it to go, cut down. Make sure you're making sure all the edges get down and lift straight back up. All right, dipping in again. I'm gonna make another one here, straight down. I like to twist this one because you can, and then straight back up. Okay. And then what I can do is just remove the excess. In the Cricut world, they call that weeding. So I can weed out that clay. I'm going to hang on to this clay, put it to the side. And now I have my sharp tool. I can remove these centers. I would love to say that you can use these centers as like little stud earrings, but they usually get all messed up when I pull them out of there. So there we go. Okay, so this is ready to go. This is already on a something that can go into the oven. My oven is preheated 250 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for 20 minutes. Now you can go in with a tool and just make sure that you don't have any excess kind of weirdness around here. You don't have to perfect it before it goes in the oven. You can file or drill those things away after they're baked. Okay, so this goes into the oven. We're going to pretend. Okay, so when it comes out, actually, I'm going to show you a piece that I baked earlier. This one has that pre-printed pattern. And if it has a little texture around the edges, you can just use an emery board nail file. I'm very gently, just sometimes it gets a little, I think in pottery, they call it a foot. So you can kind of just take that off. If you have a Dremel drill or little electric drill, that is a great thing to use to smooth the edges. I can also, because my emery board is so small, I can kind of go through the center like that. Okay. If you've used a lot of cornstarch, you may need to give it a bath in warm soapy water. 250 degrees for 20 minutes. Thank you for your question in the chat. 20 minutes. And it's 20 minutes for things that look like this, things that are approximately 2 to 4.5, 5 mm thick. If you have a thick thing, like if I was going to mold this into, I don't know, a little charm or something. This is a lot thicker than this. This needs more baking time. So when we tell you the baking time of 20 minutes, we're talking about things that are approximately this size and thickness. You can bake for longer, and you may need to bake for longer depending on what you are cooking up on your end. Let's clean this up a little bit. And general rule of thumb is you want to kind of err on the side of baking it longer, because if it comes out and the clay is not flexible, like this is very flexible, this is perfectly baked clay. If it's not flexible, that probably means you didn't bake it long enough. Okay, so now to turn this into an earring, we need some findings. I have some earring findings here. But to use the earring findings, I need a hole in here. And that's when a little hand drill comes in really handy. This is sold in the jewelry making department at Michael's under the UV resin line. I don't know if you've seen that, but you just find where you want that to go. And I start twisting, and it comes through super quick. Already came through, and I can just kind of reverse, get that out of there, clean it up a little bit. And through that hole, I can put a jump ring, and that's what connects it to whatever else I want to connect it to. In this case, I'm just connecting it to an ear wire. But maybe you're connecting 2 or 3 of these in a row. You're getting really fancy. So here's my jump ring, and I'm going to need pliers to work with this. And I'm looking on my jump ring, there's a break in it. I just situated it right at the top, north. And I want to hold it either with 2 pliers or 1 plier and 1 set of fingers. And I want to open that up like a spring. That is an open jump ring. You feed that through, and then you add whichever type of earring finding you want and close it up. And now you have a completed earring. That's simple. So let's complicate things. Let's complicate things by making hoop earrings. Now that we all know the basics. So over here, I have some clay that I have already conditioned, but just in talking to you, they've gotten a little bit harder. Question in the chat, what size drill tip? So this drill comes with, you can buy separately different drill bit sizes. And this one, I believe, is 1.5 millimeters. And I have another one in here. I can just find it. I also have another one of these that has a 3 millimeter drill bit in it. And I find that 3 millimeters is just a little too chunky. And oh, there it is. Here we go. 1.5 millimeters. This is the one I just used. This is the 3 millimeter. You can see like how big of a difference that is. So, it's up to you. If you want it to look a little more elegant, you want to keep that hole size down. All right, so we've got clay. We've got pretty colors. And I think I'm gonna go with this beautiful green color. Yep, you got the right thing, Jennifer. Awesome. There is a set of drill bits for you to have multiple sizes. Okay, so with my clay, I'm gonna bring in another tile. Actually, I have a larger tile. Let me use that. This one is, I think, 9 by 14. It's some odd size that I found. So this whole thing is a big tile. And sometimes I like to work on a big tile because I can work in one spot and kind of put multiple things. So here I have just a bit of green clay. We're going to turn that into a snake. We all know how to do that. And then we're going to roll it out. And I like to get it started with my fingers like this, but your fingers are naturally going to leave little indentations. So to make it perfect, we bring in that same thickness guide. And let me use the other color of it, just so it's not white on white. Let's see. Okay. So here, or any smooth thing, you can kind of burnish whatever you're working with. And I like pull it apart, that makes it thinner. But this makes sure that I don't have my little finger indents in there. I'm not getting fingerprints on there. It's making it just perfectly smooth. And I'm leaving this kind of chunky. And what I'm making next is this type of an earring. This is a twist style hoop earring. And I want to keep it fairly chunky. If I had to think what size I'm going for here, maybe like a 4mm snake. All right, so I'm going pretty long here. I'm going to cut off with using my blade. Cut off, move that to the side. And now I have this that I'm working with. Okay, so we want to do some twists. So I'm going to bring this side together, find the middle. And the way I like to do these twists is I use my left hand to kind of place them a little bit. I mean, you're just twisting, but my left hand is kind of keeping those two tails separate as I begin to twist. And I'm doing this with a very, very light touch, especially with my right hand, because if you grip very hard onto this, it's going to twist too much in one spot, and it won't give you those like perfect little curly cues. And I'm going to go all the way to the end. And this is what I have here. And then you can kind of perfect it. I can see right here it's not twisted enough. So I'm going to give it an extra little turn. There we go. Okay, so at this point, we're going to bring in those hoop guides that I showed you earlier. So these come in 50mm, 40, 30, and 20. So you've really got the gamut of hoop sizes covered here. I'm going to keep mine, I like kind of like a chunky, smaller hoop. So I'm going to use the 30mm size for this. And just arranging some things on my desk. I want to place this here at the end. All right, so the other kind of trick is you want to make sure that your clay isn't going to stick too much to this. So I roll the edge in cornstarch. Better to have too much, because this just will bake in the oven and then you can wash that right off. All right, and then wrap around. And what I'm trying to achieve here is gently pressing this down so that it makes contact onto the ceramic tile and not onto this piece in the middle. Okay, so I'm not really deforming my beautiful swirls. I just am trying to have it make contact. That contact becomes important when I'm going to remove that. Okay, so next step is to cut the hoop where you want it to go. So that's what these little slits are for. So I can cut it here and here, let's say, or if I want more of a half circle type hoop, I can cut it here and on this side, cut it here. I'm going to cut it right here and remove that excess. And right here. It helps you make a really nice, perfect cut. All right, and then we're going to remove this, taking my needle tool and pulling this out straight up. All right, and now don't touch it. Don't mess with it because you want it to keep that perfect round shape in the middle. And I struggle with that because some of them that I do, I try to mess with it and before I put it in the oven, and it loses its perfect round shape. But this is ready to go. So this is ready to go into the oven. And I'm going to show you one that I baked earlier. It looks a lot different because I mixed a bunch of colors together, but it gives you this cool swirl effect. I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so these are my leftovers. Here's my leftovers here. And here's some leftovers that we haven't even used yet. So you'll find that once you really get into clay projects, you're going to have a bunch of pieces left over that look something like that. But the awesome thing is you can work them together. So you kind of make them into a chunk, make it into a snake, and to get that perfect swirl, start twisting. Twist, twist, twist. That is what makes the colors, I don't know, kind of more visible. And then same exact steps that I just did. Rolling it out. I can keep twisting. See how as I twist it, those stripes become more evident. Roll it out, burnish it with this, twist it up, same exact steps, okay? And you end up with something like this. So once it comes out of the oven, let it cool completely. Again, 250-degree oven for 20 minutes. Let it cool completely, and then you are going to need some of these little ear stud things. And for this earring, because it has such a small end, I know I can't use the 6mm. I'm going to have to use this 4mm. This is the glue that I'm using. It is a flexible super glue. Sometimes you see this referred to as a gel super glue. And I just need to open this up. I have a piece of packaging here from one of my clay pieces, and I'm just going to put a dollop of this out. And I can pick up my metal piece with my fingers, or you can use pliers. And we're going to put this right on the end. And you have just a few seconds to perfect the position before it grabs. Oh, it's going to stick to your finger. Okay. All right. I'm just going to kind of hold it until that grabs. I've also seen, and I need to do this on my work table here. I've seen people attach these parts and then stick it into a little bowl of rice, uncooked rice, and that way you can keep it upright until that grabs. It's grabbing, but not completely. So I want to keep that upright until it does. And then you have an ear hoop. All right, let's put this to the side. And we're going to move on to the next type. Okay, so the next type we're doing a little bit in reverse order. because it requires a silicone mold. So I already did this. My mold, you can see, has cornstarch all over it. I baked it in the mold, and I'm going to show you all the steps to do that. But in reverse order, we're first going to demold this, and then I'm going to do another one. So this uses any type of silicone mold that you may have for other crafts. This one happens to be a silicone mold for resin crafts. And it's really quite simple. You just shove a lot of clay in there and it molds into the shape that you want. And because this is silicone, it can go directly into the oven, bakes directly in that mold. All right, so now I have very dirty mold. To clean your silicone molds, we recommend just a little piece of Scotch tape. So I am going to use this spot up here. So I'm using that Scotch tape to get in there and get whatever glitter is in there, whatever cat hair is in there. Okay. Yes, great idea, Jennifer. All of your candy silicone molds can work for this. So silicone molds that are clear or that are opaque will work. You can bake in them. Clear ones kind of do work a little bit better, I have to say, and you'll see why here in a minute. Let me grab this snake that I made in the last step, and I'm just going to break off a little piece of that and twist it up. And then I'm going to press it into my mold shape. And it is not going to be perfect. You do not have to have a twist of colors. You can use a solid color in there. But I am just fitting it into the mold. And then I'm going to break that off. Okay, but now we have to perfect it. So I like to grab the mold from the front and the back. So I'm kind of pinchering it. How about pinching it? Um, And the cool thing about clear molds is I can turn this around and I can see what's happening there on the back. So I can see, like, did I miss an area? Is there something stuck in there? Is there a void where there's no clay? All right. That's what it's going to look like. All right. And then we have all of this extra clay. And that's where you take the knife. So here you want to be careful. You can very easily slice up your silicone mold. So we want to do this in stages and go slowly. So I put my blade parallel to the mold and with no downward pressure. This is only sideways pressure. I'm just going to chip off little bits because I want to get this clay down to the level of the mold without cutting the mold. So take your time. I like to go at it from a few different angles. And also a little tip here is set your blade across the whole shape like this. Don't try to do it like this because guaranteed this end is going to like poke down in. So keep it across your whole shape. And just gently shaving off layer by layer. Have you guys ever tried baking in silicone molds before with clay? It is, it's so fun. It's because it's very easy to do. And if you already own a lot of molds like I do, just gives you an awesome new purpose for them. And now when you get down to it, sometimes I like to pick it up and I don't know, I'm kind of like poking my finger through the back of it to make it a little, not concave, convex, and kind of continue removing layers like that. Makes me feel better, like I'm not going to cut up my my mold and keep going. Question in the chat is, could you use some type of a wire like for cake leveling? That is a great idea. I've never tried that. I've never actually thought about that, but I'm just worried the wire might be so thick or that it might leave some texture behind. Because this part, you're right, it does take some patience. But we're getting there. We're getting there. This end is just about perfect. If you see parts that are like troublesome, I almost like try to bend the whole mold back. Get in there. And it doesn't actually have to be 100% perfect. See how I still have this little bit? That is such a thin piece of clay that after I bake it, that's just gonna peel right off. Okay, let's take a look from the other side. This is what it's gonna look like. All right, so into the oven, 250 degrees, 20 minutes, and pop it out of the mold, and you're gonna have something that looks like this. And again, if it's not perfect on those sides, you can take your emery board and just kind of perfect the edges. I love the idea of using this with leftover clay. You really need a small amount of clay inside there. All right, let's finish this up. This one, we're also going to need that smaller 4 millimeter. And I'm going to put another dollop of glue out. And this time, instead of my fingers, let's use a tool. Makes it just a little easier to hang on to this little guy. And it's going to go right there. And I promise next time we do this, I'm going to try the bowl of rice trick. That sounds really cool to me, to just set this down in a bowl of rice. It's able to keep it upright until it dries completely. But for now, I'm going to set him up in a bowl of findings. That'll do the trick. Okay, how much time do we have? I'm also going to show you my single color twisty earring that I baked earlier. So you can see if you keep it chunky, look at the difference in width here. If you keep it chunky, you'll be able to use a wider end here. And that could be important, depending on the findings that you have, first of all. But also, I always feel like I get I'm more, I don't know, I'm more secure with the connection if it has a wider pad. There we go. That one's also going in the bowl findings. Okay, let's do another. Okay, next time. Oh, by the way, this one also pops out of that mold. Super simple. It's just another shape that was in the same mold. Available at Michael's in the UV resin craft section. Let's clean up here. Okay, our final piece that we're gonna do is gonna be a textured flat hoop. I'm just cleaning up. I have a bunch of these, but sometimes they need to be cleaned up. So your blade, multi-purpose. Okay, so I'm going to use this peach color. Thank you, Felicia. There's the link in the chat to that specific mold that I love. And it has, it's kind of hard to see, but it has two different hoop shapes and a little teardrop stud shape in there. All right, so here is my peach colored clay. I'm just kind of reconditioning it because it has sat to the side and it got a little cool. All right. All right, so here is my chunk of clay. And for this one, I'm going to use the 4.5 millimeter thickness guides. Those are the green ones. You can see here, it says 4.5 millimeter. And you're going to roll this out. So I'm intentionally making this thicker. And so I see that I need, what I am envisioning is something wider. So I need to actually, I'm going to cut off part of this. And join these two together, wider. Because what I want here is a long strip. See, I see this little air bubble in here. Let's try this again. I don't want any air bubbles in my earrings. Oop. So if it sticks to your roller, you might want to put some cornstarch on the roller or on the clay. Stop sticking. All right, that's about the shape that I want. So like I said, I'm using this thicker here because we need the edge of it to be more than 4 millimeters thick. And next, I'm going to bring out a tool that I actually don't show this that often, but this creates grid lines and guidelines for making straight cuts. So I'm going to use this right here, not necessarily to cut it all the way through, but so that I have some really clear grid lines. That's also an awesome texture. Imagine having a cutter, you can make some striped things. But that's not what we're doing today. I just wanted to show you those grid lines because I'm going to cut with my blade. In those grid lines, this is helping me keep things perfectly lined up. But you know what? Let's do a texture on top of that. Actually, let's try this. I like this one. Put some cornstarch on it. This is kind of like a sweater texture. Lay that down, hold it with one hand, roll it with the other. So we're going to add a texture, and then we're going to use those same grid lines to cut. There we go. You always want to add that texture before cutting. And if you find that your grid lines have disappeared, it's okay, we can just do it again. And this one, I'm actually laying very strategically so that my pattern, I'm looking at this center one here. And let's cut it. And the other side. Okay, so now I have a textured piece of clay, and you can kind of perfect the sides. I can see up here that it's not perfect. And then using the blade, I'm gonna use that to pick the whole thing up. All right, bringing in my hoop guide and just kind of gently folding that around. And I'm going to show you a tip that our door designer, Rosa Vergara, this is how she gets hers perfect. Is she wraps the clay all the way around. And instead of cutting now, she actually cuts after she bakes. That allows you to make sure that you're going to get that perfect shape. Let's pop this out. I'm just pressing down so it makes contact with the ceramic. I'm going to pop this out. All right, so we're going to bake this, and then I can cut it wherever I want after I bake it. Okay, let's see what that looks like kind of from the side. This is one that I made earlier. I made this a lot thinner, but you can see this is baked clay. See how flexible it is. If your clay is brittle, it means you didn't bake it long enough. So once I made this, I realized that I had made a mistake because this clay isn't thick enough to hold a 4 millimeter end. So this end would have to go on here. You could do it, but it's not going to look perfect there. So let me show you one that is perfect. So see, this has the texture to it, and it has enough thickness to the clay to be able to add the pad onto there. All right. All right, last chance for any questions. We are wrapping it up here. I hope that you guys have found something fun and new, a new technique to try. I hope that you guys all rush out to Michael's. Look for our clay in the jewelry making department, not in the basic crafts department. That's where you're going to find all of these cool tools and things that you saw me use today. And I invite you back for our next class. We do a few classes every month. I'm just going to show you all of the things that we made together. These ones. We do 3 classes a month. You'll find them on michaels.com under the classes and events page, just like you found this one. And we hope that you'll join us for future classes. We do them in clay, we do them in UV resin, and our next class is coming up in just a couple days on Monday. So please join us for that. I hope to see you back. Thanks a lot, guys.